What up, guys? So, another quickie today, and we're going to be breaking up the G.I. Joes. What's a little bit of Star Wars? And a figure I've been hunting for a while, and I'm so happy I finally found at a random GameStop. Chewie! So, this is the Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary version of the Chewster. Okay, I'm not going to say that again. And of course, it does have the Kenner type packaging, stuff like this. I have a Chewie, but the only Chewie I have is the one from Solo. That's a younger Chewie. I mean, not by much, but he's still younger, you know. And this is adult Chewie from, Empire, which is cool. Gotta love that. And I did not pay the price of $22.99 because I had my $5 discount. So ultimately, I ended up paying right at $20 with taxes and all that stuff like that. And I'm gonna say it, I think this Chewie is taller than the other one, but I'll have to wait and see. I gotta wonder if their body sculpts are roughly the same. I'm gonna say they are. He does come with this classic bandolier, not the one he had on in Solo, so that's cool. And then on the back here, nothing crazy. What you get? The Boba Fett, the Snow Trooper, Chewster, Anakin, Luke, Dagobah version, which I already have that. I don't need to buy this, and Big Daddy Darth in the 40th anniversary. So there are two different Darth Vaders out right now, not counting carbonized. And there's the 40th anniversary and then a brand new Vader. I had the 40th anniversary in hand at a different GameStop, but I passed on it because I have the 40th anniversary. I'm sorry, the new one on order, and supposedly that is a new Vader, like brand new. They're not using the same old body bucks. Gotta remember if that's shipped out or not. I know I bought it. I don't know if it's shipped. So let's go ahead and make some nerds cry, because unlike the G.I. Joes of previous reviews, I'm keeping this. So I'm gonna rip out this furball packaging. Seriously, my floor is a giant mess. And I still have other things to open over there. But I'll say right now, this Chewie does look really good. It doesn't look like the same... Well, the body might look the same as the previous one from Solo. The head doesn't, and the weapons definitely aren't, because he didn't have the bow caster. It took me a second to remember the term bowcaster. So... let's turn it around and see how the big walking carpet looks. Yep, Chewie's a little tall. Let's crank it up here. So let's look at the Chewster. Wow, okay. Giant walking carpet person. Let's see here. Get the bowcaster out first. Very carefully. Okay, the other part's back here behind him. So, in case you guys are wondering, all Wookiees are born feet first. Ugh. Are Wookiees born? It's just like a ton of hair. Imagine hatching a Wookiee. Alright. Alright, okay. So, first and foremost, let's go ahead and assemble the bowcaster, which keys into here, this way. I remember the other one needing to be assembled. Who had a bowcaster? That was the C-3PO from when they thought he was dead. I don't know if that's the same bowcaster. It might be, but either way, let me look at that while I've got it here. Looks pretty cool. Got the big balls out there. Could have done with some dry brushing. Anything at all. I always love the fact that it's got two scopes here and then what seems to be another scope down the middle, and a wire going around there, and an itty bitty trigger there. I don't think a Wookiee could really get his fingers on that. I just realized holding that against the black background. Either way, so let's look at actual Chewie here. And that looks really good. His eyes are ever so wonky, but they are blue, like Peter Mayhew. You can see in there. I feel like there needs to be a black ring around his eyes. That's the only thing that's sort of missing there. Nose looks good. Mouth is painted so-so. A little bit of teeth showing there. His hair looks very nice. Yeah, we'll be doing the comparison soon, and I'm thinking it is a new head sculpt. It looks new, but like I said, we'll look at it here. I'm fairly certain the body mold is exactly the same as the previous, just with new paint. And he does look good. He is the multicolored hair going on there. His huge bandolier that goes all the way the hell around and comes down to the satchel, which has a fantastic wash and looks like leather. Why do they do this sometimes, but not always? I mean, even I think the strap, yeah, even the strap is somewhat weathered. That's not going to open up, but the buckles are painted silver and it has a nice wash. And then, of course, I'm sure he's keeping all his Wookiee treats in there, as you do. I know somebody's going to understand that reference. Okay, so let's check out the articulation. The head should move, but I doubt it's going to move much. It's probably a ball, just a ball hinge up top. It ain't moving. Not even turning worth a damn. Looks like it's made to clearance the bandolier, which I'm sure you could remove if you try hard enough. See, shoulders are just normal disc hinge with either balls or just whatever type of socket in there. Single jointed elbow that, of course, will pinch the fur. Just watch out for that. And then you'll have a rotation joint inside there. Wrist with the just straight up like starchy hand hair, which is like looks kind of like fire. And of course, it does have more of a trigger hand happening on this side. This does make him look more ape-like, more Bigfoot-like. Of course, let's see here. Possibly a double ball joint, possibly single. And then let's see here, up under his Wookiee draws, he does have nothing going on. And then no good Jean-Claude there, or Jean-Claude. What's funny is he doesn't have much of a fur thing here, so it's just molded like muscles. And then furry legs, fade job going on there, single jointed knee with leg rotation. And then, actually, whenever he meets the perfect Wookiee woman and they have their perfect moment. Yeah, I did it. Shut up. Okay, let's see here. Some type of ankle. Presumably there's got to be a hinge. Yeah, there's definitely a hinge. I can see it there, but the way the mold is, it's never going to work out very well. And of course, his gray toesies. Wish they had painted the nails. Anything just to make them interesting. Something. I'm just throwing all kinds of weird references into this Wookiee story. Alright, so let's see if I can give him his bowcaster, because it would seem to be incredibly heart-wrenching and terrible if he could not hold his own damn bowcaster. And we almost have a result. Well, I said almost. Okay, so sort of get it up in there and then turn the wrist. He definitely cannot use the trigger, so he definitely has good trigger discipline there. Way to go, Chewie. And then if you can get it to cross over, you can try, stress the try, to get him to dual hand it. I mean, it'd be fine if you could just do it, Chewie. Come on, just get close. Okay, so there we go. And most of the time he's got it down anyways, so it is what it is. He's meant to be a pilot, right? All right, so let's address the other Wookiee in the room. Yeah, it's definitely a different head sculpt because the mouth is a different sculpt entirely. Eyes are different, hair is different, and it's even different here. But I guarantee you, probably most of the rest of him is the same. You know what? I said that, but it can't be true because this hair is molded for the double, like, shotgun bandolier. So the chest part here will be different. The rest of it looks to be the same. It's a pretty loud helicopter going overhead. I mean, even the feet, Yep, everything else has got to be the same except for the chest mold. That's interesting. I wonder if... See, that's actually carved out for the bandolier. Yeah, so they molded the hair differently on the chest, and he's surprisingly younger. Chewie's taller. Go figure. That's got to all be in the head. It's probably just the way it's sitting. I will say that I like this hair a little nicer. It is painted better. Like, this color looks a little bit nicer than this. This has more of a flat and, you know, almost has a wash. They may have done a wash on this one, and it doesn't really look like they did on this at all. Yeah, they definitely did something. There's some light airbrushing on the younger Chewie, the fuzzball. Also, you know, just the varying degrees of how his hair changes is kind of ridiculous. So let's put Chewie aside, and of course bring out his brother, the Han. So this Chewie will now replace the previous Chewie in my Empire display that I've got going on. So what we need now, because we got all this cool Hoth versions of things coming, we need a snow-covered Chewie with the goggles. They better give us that. So either way, looks really good. Definitely worth picking up. If you don't have a better representation of Chewie in your thing, I don't know how much of it is an old mold versus the new one. Obviously, a lot of it is similar to the Solo Chewie. I don't know if that is actually similar to a previous Chewie that we got even before that. So if you know, let me know down below. But otherwise, I say get it if you don't have it. So I'm going to be building up my Empire display a lot more. I saw the Snowspeeder at GameStop. I almost got it, but I have nowhere to put something that size. I have nowhere to put 1/12 scale vehicles at all. So no way I can do that. But guys, like, subscribe, do all the things. Go check out the previous Chewie review if you have not seen that. And I will see you next time. And remember, as always, may the Force be with you. It was terrible. I know.